To college, congratulations. Now you got to figure out how to pay for it. Think about it. Housing costs alone are about $10,000 a year times 4 or perhaps longer. Is there a better way to do this? Well, that sounds like a question for our real estate expert, John Adams. John, good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. This is a great topic because the time is right for this to work.
Yeah, I've known some people who have done this. So yeah, a lot of people, they pay a ton of money to live in an on-campus situation, a dorm or an apartment. That's not always the best thing, is it?
Well, no, it's not, because there's some people it just doesn't work for. If you have a child who's simply irresponsible or hasn't grown up enough to handle it, this wouldn't make sense. Also, if your kid's moving to go to school, let's say to Manhattan or San Francisco, it's just not going to work. But in an area like Athens, Statesboro, Savannah, this is a real opportunity for you to buy a house for your youngster, let them manage the property, rent it out to some other kids, and have the thing pay for itself and make a little profit for you in the meantime.
Yeah, why not? Then, yeah, who knows what the future could hold for that. So let's talk about that scenario in Athens. I mean, as an example, it's just down the road, and there are affordable houses there, more so than you might even think.
Absolutely. You can buy a 3 or 4 bedroom, 1 or 2 bath house built in the mid-60s, a ranch-style house like everybody's familiar with. You can buy that all day long for $125,000. But I found one right on the Zillow for $100,000. It's available right now. It's a brick front. It's in a clean, decent, affordable neighborhood, 5 miles from Sanford Field. $100,000. It's ready to move into. Put $20,000 down. Get an 80% loan at for 15 years at, let's say, 4.5% or 5%. Let's assume 5%. Your monthly payments are going to be $633 plus $100 for taxes and insurance. So you're now maybe $750. Okay.
Right.
You rent that to these kids for $500 a month. And you've got your son is paying half. He's the manager. He gets to live there.
He's in charge.
Right. He's in
Let's
charge.
hope he's responsible.
I hope so. And the other 3 are paying $1,500. I mean, total. All of a sudden, you're pushing $1,750. You're making almost $1,000 a month right off the bat. And this is a good deal for everybody because, at the end of a 4-year period, you've paid that loan down from $80,000 down to about $63,000, assuming a 4% appreciation rate, which we can't always assume, but reasonable. You'd be at about $137,000 for your home, and you'd have a youngster who wants to probably keep that home. Maybe he's got an option to buy it, maybe he doesn't, but he's learned some valuable, or she has learned valuable life lessons, and maybe get them involved in real estate.
Yeah, no doubt. And perhaps you have another kid that may come through that house as well, or perhaps you enjoyed this and want to continue to do that with other students. I mean, there's a lot of options here.
Well, I was talking with people about this ahead of time, and they said, well, how are you going to prevent wild parties and so forth? And I said, well, if it's in Georgia, I'm going to drop in unannounced a couple of times.
Absolutely. Just down the road, right?
Just down the road, especially if it's in Athens. I'm going to go see all the ball games. So, you've got a reason to stop by and just keep an eye on things.
I'm almost out of time, but why don't more people do this? I think is the obvious question.
I think it's because, one, we came from an environment where interest rates were so high, it simply wasn't feasible. Right now, and why did I choose a 15-year loan? It gets that thing paid off faster, interest rate is lower. This is a great time to consider that opportunity.
I don't even have a kid going to college yet, and I'm thinking about doing it. John, thanks a
Let's
lot.
go.
All right, we'll go into business together. And John's going to be here for the next hour to answer all your real estate questions on our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page, so you definitely want to take advantage of that.